My parents left everything to their golden child and left me a single letter which proved to be world-changing. The old dusty lawyer's office was filled with a tense silence as the family gathered around the large mahogany table. The air was thick with anticipation and unspoken grievances. At the head of the table sat Mr. Alfred Whitaker, the family lawyer, his glasses perched precariously on the edge of his nose as he shuffled through a stack of papers. The Whitaker family had always been a picture of dysfunction, but the death of their parents had brought a new level of tension. There was Emily, the golden child, perfect in every way, smart, beautiful, and successful. And then there was me, the neglected child, always in the shadow of my sister, struggling to find my place in the world. Mr. Alfred cleared his throat, drawing everyone's attention. We are here today to read the last will and testament of Mr. and Mrs. Whitaker. Emily sat up straight, her eyes gleaming with anticipation. I slouched in my chair, my expression unreadable. I had long since given up on expecting anything from my parents. Mr. Alfred began to read, his voice monotone and steady. To our beloved daughter, Emily, we leave the entirety of our estate, including the family home, the stocks, and the savings. Emily's face lit up with a triumphant smile. She glanced at me, her eyes filled with a mixture of pity and superiority. I clenched my fists under the table, my jaw tightening. I had expected this, but it still stung. Mr. Alfred continued, "To our son, Daniel, we leave a letter." The room fell silent. My eyes widened in shock. A letter, that was it. I felt a surge of anger and betrayal, but I kept my composure, my face a mask of calm. Emily couldn't contain her laughter. "A letter, that's it. Oh, Daniel, I'm so sorry." I ignored her, my eyes fixed on Mr. Alfred. "Can I see the letter?" Mr. Alfred nodded, handing me a sealed envelope. I took it, my hands trembling slightly. I opened it and began to read. The letter was written in my father's handwriting, the words precise and deliberate. "Dear Daniel, if you are reading this, it means we are no longer here. We know we have not always been fair to you, and for that, we are truly sorry. But there is something you need to know. Years ago, we made a decision that would change the course of our lives. We discovered something extraordinary, something that could change the world. But we knew that with great power comes great responsibility, and we were not ready to handle it. We hid this secret, waiting for the right time to reveal it. But as time went on, we realized that the right time might never come. So, we decided to leave it to you. Enclosed in this letter is a key. This key will lead you to the secret we have kept hidden all these years. It is up to you to decide what to do with it. We love you, Daniel. We always have. And we believe in you. Love, Mom and Dad." My heart raced as I read the letter. I looked up, my eyes meeting Mr. Alfred. "Where is the key?" Mr. Alfred handed me a small, ornate key. I took it, my mind racing. What could this key unlock? What was the secret my parents had kept hidden all these years? I left the lawyer's office, the key clutched tightly in my hand. I had no idea where to start, but I knew I had to find out what this key unlocked. I returned to the family home, now Emily's domain. She was busy redecorating, her laughter echoing through the halls as she directed the movers. I ignored her, heading straight for my father's study. The study was a mess, boxes piled high with my father's belongings. I began to search, my hands trembling as I sifted through the papers and books. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I knew it had to be here. Hours passed, and I was about to give up when I found it a small, hidden compartment in the desk. I inserted the key, my heart pounding as I turned it. The compartment opened, revealing a small, leather-bound journal. I took the journal, my hand shaking as I opened it. The pages were filled with my father's handwriting, detailing the discovery of a revolutionary new energy source, a source that could change the world. I sat on the floor of the study, the journal open in my lap. I couldn't believe what I was reading. My parents had discovered a new form of energy, one that was clean, renewable, and virtually limitless. But they had kept it hidden, fearing the consequences of its discovery. My mind raced. This was it, the secret my parents had kept hidden all these years. And now, it was up to me to decide what to do with it. I knew I couldn't keep it hidden. The world needed this. But I also knew that revealing it would come with its own set of challenges. I would have to navigate the complexities of the scientific community, the media, and the government. It was a daunting task, but I knew I had to try. I left the study, the journal tucked safely under my arm. I found Emily in the living room, still directing the movers. "Emily," I said, my voice steady, "we need to talk." Emily turned to me, her eyes narrowing. "What is it, Daniel? Can't you see I'm busy?" I took a deep breath. "I know about the secret, the one Mom and Dad kept hidden." Emily's face paled. "What are you talking about?" I held up the journal. It's a new energy source, one that could change the world." Emily's eyes widened in shock. "You're lying." I shook my head. "I'm not, and it's up to us to decide what to do with it." Emily's expression hardened. "No, Daniel, it's up to me. I'm the one who inherited everything. This is mine." I felt a surge of anger. "This isn't about money, Emily. This is about the future of the world. We can't keep this hidden." Emily crossed her arms, her eyes cold. "What, me? I knew I couldn't let Emily keep the secret hidden. I had to do something. But I also knew that going against her would be a battle. Emily was powerful, and she had the resources to fight me every step of the way. I decided to reach out to a trusted friend, a scientist who had worked with my father. Dr. Sarah Collins was one of the few people who knew about the secret, and she had been waiting for the day when it would be revealed. I met with Dr. Collins, the journal in hand. "We need to go public with this," I said. "The world needs to know." Dr. Collins nodded, her eyes filled with determination. "I agree, but we need to be careful. This is going to shake things up." Dr. Collins and I worked tirelessly to prepare for the revelation. We gathered evidence, consulted with experts, and prepared a press conference. It was a daunting task, but we knew it was the right thing to do. The day of the press conference arrived, and I stood before the crowd, my heart pounding. I took a deep breath and began to speak. "Ladies and gentlemen, today I am here to reveal a secret that has been kept hidden for far too long. My parents, Mr. and Mrs. Whitaker, discovered a new form of energy, one that is clean, renewable, and virtually limitless. This discovery has the potential to change the world, and it is my duty to share it with you." The room erupted in gasps and murmurs. I continued, detailing the discovery and its implications. I knew that this was just the beginning, but I also knew that I had done the right thing. The revelation of the new energy source sent shockwaves through the world. Governments, corporations, and scientists scrambled to understand and harness its potential. I became a household name, hailed as a hero for revealing the secret. But not everyone was happy. Emily was furious, her plans for the family fortune now in jeopardy. She confronted me, her eyes filled with rage. "How could you do this?" she screamed. "You've ruined everything." I stood my ground, my voice calm. "I did what was right, Emily. This isn't about money or power. It's about the future of the world." Emily's face twisted in anger. "You think you're so noble, don't you? But you're just a fool. You'll regret this." "Daniel, I promise you." Despite Emily's threats, I knew I had made the right decision. The world was changing, and I was at the forefront of that change. I worked tirelessly with Dr. Collins and other scientists to ensure that the new energy source was used responsibly. Emily, on the other hand, retreated into the shadows, her plans for the family fortune now in ruins. She vowed revenge, but I knew that she was no longer a threat. As I stood on the balcony of my new home, the city skyline stretching out before me, I felt a sense of peace. I had finally found my place in the world, and I knew that my parents would be proud. Years passed, and the new energy source revolutionized the world. I became a symbol of hope and progress, my name forever linked to the discovery that changed everything. Emily, on the other hand, faded into obscurity, her bitterness and anger consuming her. She never forgave me, but I knew that I had done the right thing. As I stood before the memorial to my parents, I felt a sense of closure. I had honored their legacy, and in doing so, I had found my own. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more interesting stories happening around you.